Alright, so I just played my league match against singletee and unfortunately the sound got lost again, so I'm trying to do a quick recap here on what happened those games. So the first one was a familiar board with Orchard for points and also Vineyard. It also has Colony, which wasn't really relevant, and we both went for potion opening to get the familiar and the tracker to get the lucky top deck effect, which happened quite nicely for me. And here, this turn, singletee missed his familiar, and I didn't. I then got two of the settlers later. Let's go a bit forward here. Well, I got three of the settlers to secure the Orchard points for me. Then it was kind of a rush after the bustling villages, so I was able to also get three of them. Singletee missing free potion there. I'm not sure even how the curse split went in the end. Maybe it was still 5-5. I mean, he was also first player, so that was good for me to still keep the curses evenly split, but maybe I also got a 4-6 split with that. So let's go forward here. I picked up a navigator, which was quite helpful. Actually, I think I didn't discard at all with it, but once I rearranged the cards and made sure to have potion in every hand, and soon, here I get the last border village, soon we were running after the vineyards. As two piles were already empty, it was kind of a point rush. We both got rebuilds to make some more points. He really went for Orchard points on Tracker and Native Village. I would have done so too, but I really didn't have the opportunity. I also could have always was able to buy something better, like Vineyards. And that's just basically the game. No real other card was bought. So the Vineyards went down to 2 and I had a chance to make a nice rebuild play this one turn. Here the next turn after this one, where I try to rebuild Vineyard into Vineyard. I have only one estate in here and 4 vineyards, or 5, and tried to hit Vineyard with rebuild, naming duchy because I had more duchies. But as you can see, I hit my only estate, which was of course like a 20% chance. So a bit unlucky, but it didn't matter. As you can see by the points, I was ahead with quite a bit. So after that, singletee just resigned. So the next game was one where we had a Herald engine. Basically, Heralds was very important, and I wanted to go for count trashing. Opening Caravan Guard Poacher, but my Poacher missed the shuffle, and I also missed 5. So that put me delayed my trashing a bit, and also delayed getting other things done faster. But maybe Doctor was just the right call, because singletee went for Doctor. And yeah, got nice trashes in, and even was able to win the Herald split, which was very important here. I got a nice turn where I got reasonably close to still winning with procession shenanigans, but it didn't work out. I mean, there's not much to say about the rest. Singletee just went ahead and got nice bishop scoring on, got a nice conquest even. After that, his deck kind of sucks, but the points were in his favor, of course, at this point. and I was a few coins and 1 point short of piling out in the end. Seems like this was also the longest game. So yeah, let's just look at the big turn that I had where I almost closed it out. So I procession the procession into the herald. That one hits once at least. And then I think about what to procession again, but I do the herald again. Is there anywhere I can speed this one up? I don't think so. There's no nice tool for this in this built-in video app. Okay, so I process the second herald and gain coppers and duchies with all those counts. Maybe I would have just needed to draw more counts. And I'm not even sure, but maybe I should have just processed the caravan guard here so that I don't trigger this shuffle and have the counts on top of the deck. Have the counts in the fresh shuffle, the 2 counts I gained there. I had to process a caravan guard to draw more and try to draw my counts. And yeah, I think if I draw a count here instead of the duchy, I might have a shot. But I drew the duchy. And here I realized that I won't have enough economy. So let's see, if this last count would have been a duchy, then I just needed to buy caravan guard estate or caravan guard bishop, and this I would have had. So yeah, I got reasonably close to winning, but wasn't able to draw the counts that I needed. That's basically the story. And singletee goes ahead and just piles caravan guard duchy out. So this was game 2. We both had 1 point. So game 3 is basically a game of duds, because we both kind of dud heavily a lot. It's a black market game, and fishing village library or fishing village minion is the question. I go for the library and he goes for the minion. It's also a bridge thing, but I mean, it comes into play. We get quite a bunch of bridges, but it's not a mega turn. At least it didn't happen, because piles were already so low. We were then running after the points. So let's skip to the end. I get an outpost from the black market, which was once relevant. Here I get it. Also had some unfortunate duds when he discarded me something with minion into a dud hand. But given his turns, he also had quite a bit of duds. I got a remake from the black market that I used to trash like 3 or 4 cards, which wasn't really all that important, but it helped a bit. And here I should have maybe just bought province, make it easier for me, because he was very close to piling out. I still get a minion and a bridge. And here I dud after the outpost, which was really bad. And I even take another minion, and from this point it would have been pretty easy to pile out with a good turn. And he also has a really good turn. Gets his diplomat actions. Discards me into this beautiful dud. Yeah, the ironworks came from the black market. I'm not sure if he needed to get the duchy here or just could have just aimed for a pile out. If he got something like a minion or a bridge. Let's watch his turn a bit more. If he got a bridge, he would have needed to buy stonemason bridge for 2 and stonemason minion twice. That would have costed 8. So if he has 8 coins here, I mean, I don't really know what he drew with the duchy card. Duchy draw from the ironworks, so he would have needed 8 without it. I think there's a stonemason here. He thinks quite a bit about what to do. A stonemason in his hand, I mean. So there was another copper. He would have had 8, maybe, with the copper. So, yeah, goes for the province instead. So yeah, singletee, if you watch this, look what your hand was. Maybe I could also go back there to the game later and see. But yeah, so he wasn't able to do this one, and I'm not buying anything this turn, so let's skip a bit ahead. Next hand is also pretty bad. At least it starts bad. But he had a dot 2, gets 2 bridges in play, and now he really goes for the piling, which might or might not be good. Might not be good. Probably is all right. It's just maybe the way he does it is maybe a bit weird. So we went for stonemasons and 2 bridges, and also a state duchy. I just buy an estate on my last turn, but at least I got 2 fishing villages in play. And now starts my comeback turn. After he really forced the pile out. I mean, he was playing for the dot, I guess. But finally I don't dot for once. And I'm able to get the outpost in play and buy province. Plus an estate, because, I mean, it's all about getting the points now. So black market to get the coppers in play, and then I really don't know if I needed to discard here. But I kind of needed a bridge. Well, I could have hoped for a better thing here anyway. Maybe I get like even more coins. But here I really have to once again hope for a bad turn. He kind of only needs to get 2 stonemasons, a bridge and a duchy, which with like 2 bridges in play would be really easy. But I think I got lucky and he did it again. Just trashed his fishing village into 2 estates. Twice. 2 of his fishing villages into 2 estates. Yeah, which wasn't really helping. Because he piled out the estates then, I mean, it was really close. He almost had it. And I am able to buy the province and bridge to get this game. So I win 2 games now. If I win the next, then I was promoting to A. And we have a Chapel Market Square thing here, where we both open Chapel Market Square. He got a sad 2 coin hand on turn 3, where he got a red catcher. Skip ahead here. So Chapel Market Square opening for both of us, and here I don't trigger the Market Square because I want to trash first. Which watches how you do, and basically the plan is here to get really thin and go with the highways. I don't even trigger the market squares here, which is probably correct, because next turn I can get a thin deck with just the golds. But maybe I could have even kept like a copper around, just to, well, no, it guarantees that I get both market square reactions here, so I think it's fine. And from here on out it's just snowballing, because he isn't already thin, and I get like 7 of the highways, and that's GG. Let's go ahead here. Oh, I even get 8 highways, so yeah, that's totally over. He resigns after that, which is the correct play on his part. Okay, so far so good. I was 3-1 in the lead, and that secured my promotion. Singletee needed to win 1 more game to secure not demoting, and this one might be it. So I debate going for goons or not, and I do it in the end. I open goons crossroads. I think I got really unlucky crossroads all over the game. Like here I didn't draw anything. The story of the board is basically you want to trash your coppers with puka, play 1 crossroads, play a wharf, and play 1 or 2 goons. But it really didn't work out for me as well. I got my puka trashing in way too late, and even once I got the puka, it really didn't ever line up with my crossroads, so that I couldn't play wharf or goons anymore. And all that even though I had 3 dungeons. It was a bit unlucky. So yeah, Singletee goes in the late game a bit more aggressive with his curse goal playing, which I didn't really get. You didn't even need to do that. But as you can see, Singletee has his engine going now, and I have hands like this. Here he gets his first goons, and he did go for goons later, which is also fine. It worked out very well, and I'm not sure if I should have opened Wharf, but maybe I should have also just... I mean, I had the 5-2 opening, so Dungeon Silver wasn't really an option for me. I had to take the curse, kind of. Here, like this, I can't even play both of these. I kind of decide to play the Wharf to save my next turn, but my next turn was really bad anyway. So, I mean, it's kind of an experiment. Probably it's very bad to watch this one, but it might also just be over soon. I mean, this kind of format where I kind of skip through a whole lot. Maybe it's hard to follow. But I think I'm at the point of resigning soon here. Yeah. Didn't really see any hope left. So we got the last game, which is a fun story. I have again the 2-5, and I go for the Settlers and then Stonemason to Catapult Hermit. I mean, it didn't work out ideal. I got Catapult missed the shuffle, and Hermit collided with Stonemason, but I mean, 2-5 Tragic Hero would have probably been even worse. So the thing is, singletee really got thin here, and I didn't get so thin. I got 3 bustling villages though. So basically we run for the bustling villages now. And I got really unlucky with those. They never really drew settlers or anything. And they also didn't collide with my draw, even though I had 3. And it worked out really well for singletee. I mean, he trashed more for sure. And it was also funny that we didn't score colonnade points until the very end. Okay, so, well, what happened is it didn't really work out for me with the bustling villages, and then singletee has a very big turn. So let's go to this one. Is it this turn? No, I think it's not. Must be the turn after, because I once again done it here. Or even the turn after that. I mean, I kind of did it every turn, and all I could do was buy a tragic hero. So I did it and bought a lot of tragic heroes, and this emptied the pile. At least I got an attack in here. I hope that hurt a bit. And I get the last colonnades point with the tragic hero, but it also is like really few points needed to pile out. Really, yeah. So this is finally a turn where my bustling village draws a settler. Until this point, my bustling village has probably never drawn a settler and also never collided with my tragic heroes. So it really, I'm already pretty tilted about that. So he goes ahead and picks up harems, which I don't get because he can pile out this turn with enough coins. And he is in the lead anyway. The harems do not a lot for him, so he should have just picked the golds, which he later regrets. So picks up another harem. Draws those, plays the smuggler to gain the last tragic hero, and now he realizes he's very close to piling out. But he misses exactly 2 coins, and those are the harems. Which is pretty funny. And then he comments about it in the chat. And he undoes to, instead of the smugglers, which would make it really easy for me to pile out, he plays the catapult and attacks. Which is fine, since it's still this game didn't really mean anything, and it was no information under technically, other than the information how much coins he has, which he could have counted. So he goes to buy province and mill, 2 mills. This was probably not right. Should have been just province duchy, I think. Makes it a bit easier for me to pile. But I then pile out with 5 duchies. Oh no, not 5 duchies, with 5 harems. So I'm a bit counting how many tragic heroes I have, and I had 4. So I needed 1 more to gain the harem, and then I realized I can just smuggle the harems, which makes it 5, and then I can pile out the harems. I just need enough coins to buy 1 province and the 2 mills, which is 14. And with 5 harems, which I probably all draw. And finally, I get the advantage of having the 3 bustling villages, because you need a lot of actions for that. So let's see when I do start here. Yeah, I kind of count a bit beforehand to see if I have enough of it. And just start it. Smuggle the harem. I just was a bit careful that I don't not draw anything, but in the end I still don't draw 1 harem. And discard it that way so that I can make the optimal amount of money here and still give him a curse for no real reason. And I get 20, which is enough. Even gets an extra duchy. So yeah, that was my league match. Let me know if this kind of post commenting is okayish to watch, or if it was just terrible. And see you in the A-League next time, and I hope I don't mess up with the recordings that time. So thanks for watching, goodbye.